Have you ever canceled plans just to sit alone with your thoughts? If that question made you pause, you're not the only one. Millions of people over 60 are quietly stepping back from friendships, family gatherings, and social events they once loved. But this isn't a sign of failure. It's a sign of something deeper. Today, we're diving into 6 profound truths about why you might be choosing solitude over socializing. These aren't excuses. They're valid, deeply human reasons that deserve to be understood. Reason number 1. Time doesn't just give us memories. It gives us lessons, and some of those lessons hurt. Maybe it was a friend who vanished when you needed them most, a family member who broke a promise, or a partner who left without warning. These aren't just disappointments. They're emotional fractures that reshape how you see connection. Meet Helen, 78, who once threw neighborhood barbecues every summer. Over decades, she watched friendships fade, some from distance, others from betrayal. Now, she prefers her garden to gatherings. I'm not hiding, she says. I'm protecting what's left of my peace. This isn't bitterness. It's discernment. After years of giving others the benefit of the doubt, you start guarding your heart not out of fear, but out of respect for your own worth. Psychologists call this emotional sovereignty, the choice to invest only in relationships that honor your boundaries. Number 2, the luxury of silence. Small talk isn't just draining, it's exhausting. In your youth, you might have laughed at jokes you didn't find funny or nodded through conversations that bored you. But now, you crave depth. You'd rather sip coffee in silence than force chatter to fill a room. Take Robert, 70, a former teacher who once thrived in staff meetings and parent conferences. Today, he skips reunions and opts for walks in the woods. I used to talk to be heard, he admits. Now I listen to understand. Aging teaches you that time is finite. Why waste it on empty words? This shift isn't antisocial. It's intentional. You're trading noise for meaning. And in that quiet, you rediscover yourself. Number 3, the invisible wall of misunderstanding. The world moves faster now. Slang evolves, technology overwhelms, and conversations feel rushed. You might catch yourself thinking, no one gets me anymore. Consider Margaret, 81, who lights up when sharing stories of raising 4 kids in the 1960s. But her grandkids scroll through TikTok while she speaks. They call it old-fashioned. She sighs. I call it history. Feeling unheard isn't loneliness, it's disconnection. When your experiences feel dismissed, solitude becomes a refuge. Yet this isn't surrender. It's a quiet rebellion against a culture that often confuses new with better. The hidden fear of being too much. Asking for help feels like admitting weakness. You don't want your kids to cancel plans for you. You don't want friends to whisper, she's needy. So you stay silent, even when you're lonely. James, 85, avoids calling his son after 7 p.m. He's busy, he insists, but his son later confides, I miss him. I just wish he'd let me in. This fear isn't vanity, it's love. You'd rather shrink your world than burden others. But here's the truth. Love isn't measured by how little you ask for. It's measured by how willingly others show up. The gentle goodbye to ghosts of the past. Some relationships aren't meant to last. They fade like old photographs, slowly, softly, without drama. The coworker who retired, the cousin who moved overseas, the friend who stopped calling. Lila, 72, hasn't spoken to her college roommate in 15 years. We didn't fight, she says. We just ran out of things to say. Letting go isn't failure, it's growth. You're making space for relationships that align with who you've become, not who you were decades ago. The revolution of solitude. There's power in being alone. Not the lonely alone, but the kind where you feel whole without a single word spoken. Meet Walter, 88, who traded dinner parties for sunsets on his porch. I used to think solitude was empty, he says. Now I realize it's where I found myself. This isn't isolation, it's liberation. You've earned the right to exist without explanation, to prioritize peace over performance, and to find joy in your own rhythm. If you resonated with even one of these truths, remember this. Pulling away isn't about rejecting others. It's about choosing yourself. You're not disappearing. You're evolving. And in that evolution, you're discovering a strength that only comes with time. The courage to protect your peace, honor your boundaries, and rewrite what connection means on your terms. So the next time you decline an invitation, don't apologize. Celebrate. You're not losing your spark. You're letting it burn brighter, quieter, and truer than ever before. Did this video resonate with you? Let me know by commenting yes below. If you haven't already, subscribe and hit the bell. It's free, and it helps us create more content that matters. And if you know someone who needs to hear this today, share it. Sometimes the quietest truths are the ones that need to be heard the most. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.